Evening, everybody, and welcome back to your favorite day of the week. It's Tonpin Tuesday. I'm Anya, and I'm here with Garrick, and
Oh,
it seems like there's a lot of really exciting stuff happening tonight in Armel. So we're going to
yeah,
be spectating an A2 game.
yeah. We've got Stanley in the first East seat, I as the South seat, Riley as the West seat, and Amy as the first North seat. They just finished their second game, and they're going into their third, which is the reason why the entire stream was delayed. But that's just kind of how it goes sometimes, and it's
But
it's it's fine. We're getting their game.
it seems like we have some exciting games to look forward to.
Yeah.
So I'm currently looking at the standings and wondering, we're only in session two. Or no, session three now. No, two, sorry.
We're two.
So Riley's currently in the demotion zone. Do you think we can see him really trying to fight?
I mean, definitely going to expect that. The game has started though, and Stanley's first dealer does have a really callable hand with quick with two Yakai, especially the double East. That's going to be nice. I have probably just a Pinfu, one complete run, nothing much else. The hand across has an Anko and some Yakai. I hope maybe it might be a quick cheap hand. We'll see. And Amy has possibly an Itsu. It might be pretty good too, with a Dora in there. That's already locked in, so that might be nice as well. But I'm thinking Stanley's going to have the quickest hand for sure, given his call ability.
Yeah, I mean that's a pretty fast hand. That's what you really hope for when you have first steal.
Yeah. He's already been able to call the double East. Chooses not to call the North. Says, that's my pair. I've got Yarman everywhere else.
Actually, Riley's hand seems to be shaping up pretty quickly, though. A lot faster than you would have expected from that high pie.
And actually, I's got a pretty spicy hand over there, too. Possible 7, 8, 9 Sanchoku is Ishanten for it, actually, but the conch for Kanchan Yankan Ishanten. Amy is thinking about calling this for Itsu, open Itsu. The chooses not to.
And now dealer is Ishanten.
Mm-hmm.
Just
Ryanman.
Nice shapes, too.
Yeah. Definitely will probably just call anything and just take Tuhan and repeat his dealer. For anyone wondering, he was the last dealer of the last hand, last game that we were waiting to finish. And kind of went on a run, which is why we were so delayed. I calls for Tenpai for open Sanshoku, waiting on the 8-man.
I like that Sanshoku, though. It's sneaky. It looks like a Tanyao. At least that's what I might be thinking if I were looking at that hand.
I could see it, like, kind of surprising you. But yeah, there it comes, exactly.
Yep. Oh, of course, Stanley.
It's fine. He's got enough points. He's got enough points from last game. It's fine.
No, I understand that. But, that's just the hand that I always want when I'm dealer, right? Like, the call, and go.
Mm-hmm. Especially when it's Tuhan as dealer. It's like, 39 is pretty nice anyway. But, hey, 39. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, you don't look at the 29 in the mouth.
Yeah.
Oh, and here we go. Oh, that Honitsu for Amy.
Yeah. Immediately with Yakai Honitsu, Ishanten needs to find something to connect to a 3 or a 5. I haven't even looked at the other hands yet. Dealer's hand looks pretty much pin. Actually, it's probably not Pinfu, but maybe a Tanyao has an Anko of 8-man that kind of makes Pinfu a little bit tough, but we'll see. Other hands are definitely not as fast as Amy, who's already too called and is just raring to win this 3-han hand.
Yeah, Riley is really going to hope for basically perfect draws from here on out.
Yeah, and he's already had his turn skipped twice as well, which is always just like, I can't even play the game. What am I supposed to do? Is that Tenpai? It is Tenpai. depending on what you take. But I believe that's Tenpai on a 3-6. Yes.
Yep, there we go.
And this might be awkward for the dealer because there is this extra 6 though that you might not. Maybe you've diagnosed that it's dangerous already, but I don't know. Hard to say.
Yeah, I mean,
6 might come out.
I wouldn't be particularly fearing Honitsu right now at this point in the
Right.
game,
I mean, if
especially with that
anything,
Tosu discard.
it's a Pinzu Honitsu, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Oncoed up of June for
Ooh,
Stanley.
do we see one of those dangerous tiles come out here?
Yeah, there it goes.
Well,
3,900.
Nice.
We move on to East 3. Dealer's hand has some pretty good Yanman shapes and then a bunch of kind of terminals, honors actually, that are a little slow. Amy's hand looks pretty Pinfu also, maybe possibly Tanyo as well. Could have some value there. Maybe a distant Sanshoku, hard to say.
Definitely got that Dora acceptance.
True. Yeah, I always forget to look at that until later, and I'm just like, oh yeah, Dora's a thing. Although we see a singleton in each of the dealer and Stanley across the way, so they're both hoping like dearly to pair that up and get their value. Hands are seemingly stalling out a little.
Yeah, you're not really seeing. No one really has the sort of hand that you want, especially with everyone being so neck and neck at this point in the game. I think, if I'm in their position, I'm thinking like, I just really want to like pull ahead a bit more.
Yeah, I has just drawn into Ishanten with a Penchan and a Ryanmen, looks like to be the closest now. Oh, you know what that call is for? That call is for a Doratonki, I bet.
I was about to ask, like, what do you think Stanley's doing here?
I mean, that seems to be the logical conclusion, unless you pair something else up. There you go. Never mind.
Oh, well, it paid off. I was about to ask, would you take that decision?
There are people in this league that absolutely swear by Doratonki. Cough, cough, Korak, cough, cough. But I don't mind hedging for it, but when you get rewarded, it's a pretty nice reward, right?
Oh, and then we have the Ricci waiting on the 7 mon, all of which are in the wall, it seems.
I mean, as we know, or does Stanley's definitely going to be pushing anything. I think Amy may just decide that they want to fight. This would be Tenpai on Tanyao possible Sanshoku if they choose to shove the green.
Oh! And it paid off.
Yeah. The 3Han, East Dora 2. Wow. It's not dealer right now, but there's a double Ricci chance for Riley.
Ooh.
That will not do it, but that's still really wide.
I know. I was like really hoping. I was just holding my breath. Like, will we get it? Amy's hand is again not what I'm hoping for when I'm dealer. I mean, I guess callable into Tanyo.
Mm-hmm. It's got shapes. They're not very good shapes, but they're shapes. They exist.
I like that optimism. Sometimes I too look at my own hand and I think it's got shapes.
It's got shapes. Yeah. Oh, that's Tenpai. I was about to go to wait. You're not going to reach that. Let's choose not to reach Tenpai with no Yaku waiting on 2-4 so. 2-5 so, excuse me, not 2-4. 2-4 is not a thing.
Stanley is planning here. Oh, well, I guess.
Not to play the hand because Riley Tsumo's Tsumo no Mi.
Yeah, there we go. That solves that.
And Amy's just like, where did my dealership go? As we move on to Stanley's second dealership in East and South one. Lots and lots of Pinzu in this hand.
Do you think that
Probably
you
just
try and
Pinzu.
Shinitsu here?
I think you'll wait and see where your draws take you. If you draw a 5/7 mon, you'll say no. I'm just gonna take my E Shanten, I believe it is. No, it's not. It's still 2 Shanten. Oh, I think
Oh.
we lost the lost the connection for a little bit. We'll see. A bunch of tiles come back in when we come back. Yeah.
Oh, well, that was an exciting interruption, though.
Yeah. Dealer is now E Shanten. Possible Ipeko.
Tonight is the night of 789 Sanshoku at this table.
Yeah, I mean, there's another one on the right as well. Yeah. And then Riley reaches with a possible Ipeko. Richi, Dora 2, possible Ipeko. That's actually really nice.
Especially with everyone so neck and neck right now.
Yeah.
Because what you really want is to, be well over 300 by the end of the game. And it's South 1, and Riley is at 301.
Right. There's the Richi for I, waiting on the 7 mon. Lone 7 mon.
Ooh.
One left in the wall. That's... Yeah. It's dead. I shouldn't have said anything.
I mean, depending on the decisions that people make, if someone makes a bad enough decision.
Yeah.
But it seems like these players are playing pretty defensively tonight.
Riley's weight is currently 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 in the wall still, so that's pretty nice. I imagine everyone else is just going to fold out.
Yeah, and you see people just... Stanley's definitely folding.
Stanley's Ishanten again with a safe 2-mon to throw. So if he draws into Tenpai, he might fight. Although did draw the deal in 3-pin. Oh, just 2 in the wall now. Is this Tenpai? 4, 5. No, it's not. And he folds out. Stanley is faced with a tough decision.
That was a bit of a risky looking play, I think, but...
Yeah, but he does not have all that much choice. And we go to Ryukoku with 2 people Tenpai. Kind of just squishes the scores back together, and and no one's really pulled away yet. I, as dealer in South 2.
It's really anyone's game right now.
Yeah.
I mean, I could turn this around at any moment.
A Mon got in there first, right? That's simply how it's going to go at this point with these scores, and does have a pretty quick hand. Not too much value unless they draw a Dora.
For Itsu, a Dora acceptance.
Riley's hand on the right is a mess. It has some Neon Men, but there's just not too much there that to work with.
Oh, but
Same with Amy's hand.
Dueling Itsus because Stanley has one that...
Alright, does draw the Dora and is now Ishanten for Richi Pinfu Dora. That's a hand to get you back. And it looks like Stanley's going for the Chinitsu on the left.
Yeah. I mean, personally, I'd happily just take my Itsu, but I guess go big or go home.
Yeah, I mean, given what you've been drawing, he's you like, I think 3 or 4 Monzu in a row, so you're going to get that. You may as well take it, right?
Boom.
Pon's the last 3 mon and is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's not a tile you can take because of there are no other 3s.
All right, Riley seems to be folding out at this point, which is
Yeah.
understandable against a terrifying-looking possible Chinitsu.
Mm-hmm.
リーチ
Oh, Tenpai for the dealer. Richi Pinfu Dora.
スモ
Oh,
And the
Ipatsumo. That's a
Apatsumo!
So as we were saying, you get one manga and all of a sudden you're in first place. And there you go. Ura for Hane, and all of a sudden you're in a huge first. Just like that. Only person above.
Right, and a fast hand, too, for this dealer repeat. Oh, but, oh, look at what Riley has going on over there.
Yeah, that's going to be
I wonder if we're going to see a
Honitsu.
Kokushi... Oh, no, we're not going to see a Kokushi push with the 9 discard. That's a pity. I mean, you always hope you see a Kokushi push unless it's you
Yeah, everyone likes to see the Yakuman, but I think given all of your shapes in the Sozu, it's much quicker to go for a Honitsu. And turns out, yeah, draw more Sozu, go Honitsu. Pretty nice.
And then across the way, I think Toyman, we might be seeing a 1, 2, 3 Sanshoku, maybe?
Yeah, that looks to
Well,
be
there's a
a
plan for it.
distinct possibility. Oh, now it's tough because, yeah, you have a pair of threes. So you're just going to take that. Although that is
リーチ
quite a few pairs. Oh, okay. Hold on. Dealer is already Tenpai with Richi Pinfu waiting on 6-9, so. Currently 5 in the wall. Sozu and Mon, there's only Pinzu in the discard pile, so kind of tough to have to know what to throw for safety.
Oh, and
Yeah.
does it come out here? I mean, I guess he's... All
I
right,
don't.
all
I
right.
imagine not. He may play it safe. Riley's choosing not to fight by throwing the pair of North.
Yeah, I'm just taking a moment to look at our players' stats, and we see a wide range of deal-in rates, too.
Mm-hmm.
Ranging from 8 all the way to 19.5.
Mm-hmm.
スモ
So, oh, and there's the sumo again.
Richi Tsumo Pinfu. Gets the Ura for these 26 all. If he had Sumo with the 6, would have been Mangan again. So that's pretty cool. No, yeah, would have been Mangan again. Sorry. Immediately greeted with 2 Dora. Not a very callable hand, so I was hoping to draw things or pair up a Yakai to call. But could be valuable. Hand on the right is actually quite close to Tenpai, with an Anko of 9, so that could be treated as just a lot of good shapes that could be really quick.
Yeah, no, that's pretty. That's very satisfying.
Yeah. Toyman may have the chance, Amy across the way may have a chance to go Honitsu if they pair up a draw around the Dora,
Pon.
but may also just pon this and decide to go a normal, quick, cheap hand. And Stanley on the right would really love a Dora, doesn't really have the shapes to do too much. Might be going Chite with 4 pairs.
Well, at least without that one mon draw, when you have that shape, that 1-1-2 shape,
Mm-hmm.
it's always nice to get it completed early on like that and not have to worry about it.
Yeah, that's a 5th pair for Stanley, and Amy is currently 1 away, Ishanten.
Yeah.
Really hoping to draw around this Dora. Could also get Toy Toy, all triplets, if they draw a Dora or a 6-0. Or a 7-0, actually. Ooh. This is Tenpai. You could go Dora Tonki. Oh, okay.
So, it's Honitsu time.
Yeah, deciding to play for Honitsu.
I mean, I guess...
immediately rewarded, too.
Yeah, when you have those points to make up.
6, 7, 8.
At this point in the game, I guess you really want to prioritize value.
Still Ishanten. Hoping to pair something like that up. Oh! That's terrifying. The Hellweight Chun Chitoy weight for Stanley.
Ooh.
If Amy draws a Sozu, we'll throw that Chun away. That's not a better pair, and so I'm sure Stanley will just hold on to the Chun.
Assuming
That's not a pair at all.
Ooh.
Yeah.
This is getting tense. I love it.
Yeah, this is actually very tense. Riley is Ishanten as well. Sanmin-chan. Oh, that's Tenpai. Doesn't take it because you'd have to throw the door to do that.
Dom.
Oh, no. The Hellweight Chun for the Chi Toy 1600. And takes the hand and says, "No, Amy, you're not getting your Mongon." That's so sad.
And I mean, for second, you take it.
Right. Yeah. Although, if you're gonna take the Chun Wade, I mean, I guess you never drew a better tile, but maybe you want to just reach that and say, if someone draws the Chun, it's Hellweight, they'll throw it. But Stanley is fairly likes Adama fairly quite a bit, so maybe that was his idea. Dealer's hand is callable with not much value, and the third Hatsu is the door indicator, so that's kind of rough. What is that?
Oh yeah,
Riley.
Sorry, go on.
Yeah, sorry. Amy is Ishanten for Richinomi, given the two pairs. That's Tenpai. Wait, huh? I misread it. Sorry, no, it's not Tenpai. It's a 2/3/3. Stanley's looking to go for his own Honitsu and the Sozu. Draws a second Dora, so that's really nice.
Oh yeah, no, that's beautiful. That's satisfying right there.
That is really nice. And Ai's hand is a mess.
Yeah, that's a pretty despairing hand. Well, I guess when you have this healthy lead, it's not really that despairing, but in a league format like Armo, you can't ever really get too many points.
Yeah, they are first, so they can just take a hand off and say, I don't need to really put myself at risk here. Stanley is Tenpai with waiting on this Tuso. Currently one in the wall. Sorry, none in the wall, so it is dead. I imagine Stanley will try and find a better weight, given the chance. Yeah, I is folding this out. Sees the 5 so come out, and it is, I'm done here. I've got nothing to fight for. Goodbye.
Perfectly reasonable decision. Ooh. Mm-hmm. And if this comes out, I think we can expect a Tenpai, but it did not.
Yeah. Riley's still sitting at this Ishanten, really hoping to draw something that helps. Uh-oh. No, Amy locks in the 6-mon pair. Sally decides to go for the Shampon One-So Chun. The One-So is dead, but both Chun are in the wall still.
I'm sure there are people in chat right now lamenting the discard of that Sanzo, but sometimes it must be done.
One Chun left in the wall.
Looks like a pretty fast hand, but it just hasn't been getting the right draws.
Yeah.
Or been able to make the right calls.
Nothing has attached to any of these tiles, and it's just sitting here sad for a row and a half, just like, what do I do? Oh, that's pretty unfortunate.
We're not likely to see it, but there's a chance for a double roan here to happen.
Yeah. I mean, if Riley ever gets Tenpai.
Riley gets Tenpai to begin with.
Yeah. we're down to the last straws. I might just go to Ryukoku. Nope, Riley does not get Tenpai. And Stanley's the only one Tenpai for 3,000 points, threatening that Honitsu with Minidora. And the last tune was Deadwalled, so that's unfortunate for him.
Yeah, well, so it's last deal for Amy.
Mm-hmm. At 18.5, only needs like a manga Antumo to, get out and above 30k, which would be really nice because that would be second at that point.
Yeah, and with a dealer repeat, could take that even further, really. So this still could be anyone's game. Well, at least for second, the fight for second.
Looks like they're just trying to play for a repeat, not going for the full value Honitsu. Makes sense. You want to go fast. The shapes are kind of rough. You do have a bunch of Kanchan, and it's a little bit tough to work with. But hey, given where you are, you'll take anything you can. Stanley's hand looks pretty slow. Maybe Pinfu, maybe a distant Sanshoku 789. As we've had like 15 different times today, I feel. But yeah. Ai's hand, pretty similar to Stanley's, just probably Pinfu has a Kanchan there, the Penchon there that might be hard to fill. Also has no real reason to extend because they're in a pretty good first right now. And Riley, good shapes as well, pretty good shapes. Some of them, a couple complete shapes, but just a little too slow. But maybe if everyone's slow, if everyone's got a chance.
Yeah, I think that there's and here we see that come out. So
yeah. That'll get taken up by Amy for trying to get the repeat is Ishanten.
Not the widest, but decently wide tile acceptance here.
Yeah. Oh, this is an interesting one. Decides to take the 579 Yankan. And can maybe pawn a 9-so or 2-mon to get Tenpai. Stanley does choose to forego the 789 Sanjoku, cuts the 9-so, is just waiting Lian Shanten. That is Tenpai for
there we
Amy.
go. And of course, with the 2 8-mon out, you want to wait on the 6.
6,
yes.
Actually,
we only see one of them right now.
Mm-hmm.
Not that the players can see what we do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You're hoping it's a good wait. In this case, it is. Dora does come out and is pawned by Toyman for Tanyao. Dora 3, of course, for Mangan. Still 3 6s in the wall. That is Tenpai for Riley. Waiting on 3-6 pin.
Oh, okay. So.
Oh, Amy has found the way to value. Goes for the 7-mon Tonki.
Ooh.
Oh, throws it.
And it deals in. Well, there goes that recovery.
Doesn't actually change the placement at all, but does end the game with Amy in 4th place, unfortunately. That gives I a really big, only person positive 1st place with plus 40.1. Stanley with a tiny negative second, negative 0.3. Riley at a negative 10.4 and Amy at a negative 29.4. So Amy will fall a little bit farther down out of the promotion spots. I will jump up huge into the promotion spots, I believe. Stanley will stay the same, and Riley will, I believe, stay in the demotion. Yeah, because he lost a couple points. So yeah,
that's quite the meta Gakuten.
Mm-hmm. So they started pretty quickly. So we're actually going to go into their 4th and final game in just a couple minutes. So in the meanwhile, we can take a look at the just kind of the standings of A2. Just these players in particular. I mean, everyone in A2 is really strong, so that's kind of fun. Amy's just, actually got 8.3 dealing rate, which is one of the lower ones in the league.
That's extremely defensive.
Yeah, which is kind of, at least not, I wouldn't say odd. Amy's a very skilled player, but she's kind of more known to be a little bit more of a volatile player. So, and I mean, I guess with 23.8 win and if you got 58.3 participation rate, it is pretty active player, not just like a defensive player. Just hasn't dealt in. Although I feel like that number has been rising in these past couple games, given what I've seen, at least in these two.
I mean, we're also early into the season.
Right.
With
Yeah.
more data, this could change quite a bit.
Of course, this is like 6 game sample size is a very very little for mahjong.
Oh, and getting ready to start the game. Game
Mhm.
4 of 4.
Yep. We have Stanley as first dealer, Riley as first south, Amy as first west, and I as the final dealer. Um, I mean, again, being so early in the season, you kind of think that, I mean, everything can kind of change so quickly. The separation between all the spots is so wide that you
And
kind
we
of
have
feel like everyone can recover from any real change at this point. But it's still exciting to see where they're going to be kind of trending towards in this game.
we have Korak pointing out in chat that Stanley went plus 80 this series,
Yeah,
which
he
is
had a
actually also really
huge
impressive.
game, the one before we started. So unfortunately, we missed that. There was a lot of shenanigans that were fun, but yeah,
but
he's
fast, well, not super fast, but decent speed looking hand right off the
yeah.
bat here with the possible Ipeco and Dora.
Mm-hmm. That's a lot of Kanchan, with the 3-mon Kanchan, 2-4 pin Kanchan, 1-3-5 Sozu. But you could theoretically see that completing pretty quickly. The hand on the right is the fastest one, I believe.
I
With
have a very callable hand.
You're right. Yeah, with 2. Well, actually, the South's not a Yakai, but does have the tune to call and could be pretty quick. Yeah. And 1 complete shape. So definitely could be fast. Definitely going to take that and try and find their way to a quick hand. Could draw Dora for a little bit more value, but not looking super valuable of a hand. Anko's up the south. Now going headless. I actually think the best hand is Amy's across the way. Has a Dora, possible 3-4-5 Sanchoku, actually. Oh. I lied. It's not the fastest because I did eventually get the Tenpai waiting on 2-5-mon.
Oh, and that's pretty quick too.
Yeah.
Reach.
Oh, yeah. Amy does end up getting Tenpai. Waiting on 3-6-mon. For Ricci, Pinfu, Tanyao, Dora. Mongon confirmed. Wait, yeah. Sumo would be 5-han. Rowan would be 4-30, Kiriage Mongon. So that's a lot of value really quick. The weight has 3 in the wall, I believe, it looks like. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 3 in the wall left. So still pretty good. And I decided that they don't want to fight. Yeah. The other hand has not gotten very much better in the time that we've gone around the table, unfortunately. And I'm not sure they're going to fight.
Points anymore. He's doing fine.
Yeah, he's okay. He's okay taking. I mean, you're a little sad that you lose your dealer, but yeah. Oh, this is Tenpai again for I, waiting on the 2-5-mon. This is significantly less good in the wall with only 1 5-mon left.
Oh, poor Riley.
Yeah, like their entire hand is red. And they're actually fairly close to Tenpai, in which case they may decide to fight given their position in the league. Oh, nope,
Oh,
decides to
nope, we're
fold. I guess
folding.
they cut the 2-2-2, so maybe they wouldn't, but yeah. And I think that's pretty disciplined play because I would see myself near the bottom of the standing and be like, I gotta fight everything, proceed to deal in and be even sadder. So, not always the best idea.
I mean, it gets tempting to tell yourself you have nothing to lose, but it actually
Yeah.
turns out that you can keep losing in
Mm-hmm.
league.
Ai's in a bad situation. Last draw needs to, if they want to keep Tenpai, they will deal in. Says, nah,
Ooh.
not worth it. And we end the hand with Amy is the only one Tenpai.
Yeah, I mean, you're not when it's three ways like that, you're not unhappy to see that Ryu Kyoku payment.
Yeah, 3,000 points. Although that was a Mongon. You're losing at least 5,000 points, but it's not the worst. Oh, Riley's hand is pretty quick.
Very quick.
Anko, yeah. Anko, 8-mon, and a Ryanmen. Has a door as well that's already pretty well incorporated, so that's pretty good.
Amy already has 4 pairs.
You think she'll go Chitoy? We'll see.
That's what I'm wondering.
Mm-hmm.
G.
Ai's hand across the way. Well, it's Tanya, a possible Sanshoku. That was fast. Snap calls the... Oh, draws a Yakai. They choose to go that direction instead. And Stanley's hand is going to be Pinfu, most likely. Again, has a lot of pairs, but just they're all pretty good shapes for Ganmen, so may choose to just go Pinfu, looks like.
Pon.
Do you think Riley is going for Chinitsu?
Well,
Like
here's your
that
decision
pop?
point. Yeah, cutting the 6-7 definitely.
That's not the best shapes for Chinitsu, but I guess he's probably just thinking about points right now.
Yeah, and this would be a very, very big Chinitsu play because there's 2 Dora at least in there. So it would be a Haneman. Oh, could be Honitsu.
Oh, I hope we see a naked Tonki.
I has found Tenpai. The 8-mon would be Sanshoku Sanshoku as well as Tanyao.
G.
Oh, that's Sanshoku as well. Stanley is Tenpai. Waiting on 147. So actually, the one did just come out, but couldn't win on it because there's no Yaku there. That would be Sanshoku Nomi, the 2-3-4.
And I think Riley probably will deal in if the last 5-mon comes out, because you don't want to wait on the 8 at this point when you already have 2 in your hand.
That's fair. Yeah, with the with the 5-8, so that could be a pretty sad deal given the situation. Oh, and I decides to fold on the once cut Chun. Says this is a really scary, Honitsu Dora 2. Honitsu Chun Dora 2, yeah.
Ron.
Oh, and we didn't get to see that Chinitsu come together, but that's
No.
a satisfying win for Stanley.
Kills the very expensive hand. 18,000 minimum. Oh. Dealer's got a what do you call each suit pretty much ready made. Just needs a 4 and a 6 pin.
Solid start.
Mm-hmm.
If I am despairing right now.
That hand is when you count terminals in your opening hand and don't have enough for Kokoshi, that's a pretty sad hand.
But now has a pair of south, so can call and open and speed things up a bit if the right tiles come out.
Yeah, it could be South Dora, but that's still only 2,000 points. You're still, you're fine with it now, but looks like what we're gonna do, given the call of the Tuso. Hoping for a South. Oh, that is another Itsu tile for the dealer. Could get it close. That would be pretty strong.
Oh, perfect. Perfect draw.
Right as I say that, this is Itsu Pinfu reaches on 5/8, so wants to confirm that Mangan. The weight's not so good. I guess it's still 3 in the wall. It is pretty early. I'm pretty sure if a 3-mon comes out again from the dealer, we may see Chi from I. I wonder why they didn't take the 3 in the first place. That they had the 1 too.
Yeah, Riley seems to be over here folding, understandably, against a dealer Ricci.
Yeah, with not all that much value. Yeah, shapes are a little tough too. Oh, this is gonna be big.
Oh, well, we hit Aura.
Yeah. Yes. 18K.
Beautiful.
So that's a huge win.
And Amy gets to keep her deal.
Sitting with a Dora and a callable hand. Definitely hoping to pair up that Dora. Hand on the right has 4 pairs now. Could still be a normal hand though, with a Pinfu here or there. Oh, cuts 4 so. May just choose in the future to cut the 1 so as well and make it just the 1, 2, 3 shape.
Riley's got some nice shapes coming together though. Might be hoping for a chance to shut down this dealership.
Yeah, definitely gonna be hoping for it. Want to roll it around to your next dealership for sure. And Riley's got a pretty quick hand actually. Is a little overblocked right now, but has a bunch of Beyondmen. Possible Sanchoku actually, maybe 4, 5, 6. And Tanyo. That's also nice. Oh, that is a 5th pair and a Dora pair for I.
It's still a little ways off, but I'm hoping that I was about to say I'm hoping that we're going to see Suanto, but Toy Toy is still something that's nice.
Toy Dora 3 is pretty nice. Dealer is Tenpai now on a 5-mon. Could shut this down in its tracks just like that.
And 5-mon is safe against this Toy Toy.
Yeah, so could see it come out for safety and just be sad that you deal into 1 on and repeat the dealership. But it's pretty good and locked into Riley's hand. So unless he's like full folding, we may not see it come out at this point. Uh-oh. Stanley decides to Rishi for Richi Dora, waiting on the 3-mon. There is only 1 left in the wall.
It's a pretty aggressive Richi.
Yeah. I wonder because that's Tenpai.
Oh, and then there's the Tenpai. And Stanley has no way to defend.
Yeah. More importantly, the entire weight is still in the wall for that. And if he sumos it, it would be Sananko as well. Oh wait, I lied. The 1-2 pin is out. It has been called.
Poor Stanley, no idea that his weight is just dead.
Pretty much. Oh, it is completely dead. Yeah, that was the last 3-mon. Oh, deals into the Tanyao Nomi. Isn't that fun? At this point, I think you're probably fine with that. Sure, you lose your Ichi
Yeah.
streak, but
No, I'm okay with that rather than the Toy Toy Dora 3. I mean, as a wise man regularly reminds me when I log in to play Mahjong, no matter how big your hand is, a Tanyao will end it all.
oh, that's true. That is true. Dealer's hand looks pretty quick. It's actually Ishanten.
Yeah, we're already Ishanten.
Mm-hmm. Well, the Dora has been pawned. I would like to mention that. That is fairly important. Is still waiting for a West for their Yaku. But this is just puts so much pressure on the table that, it's a little bit spicy.
Super callable hand too, with that Dora 3.
Yeah, the issue is that the tile you really, really want, the West, is actually once dead because of this door indicator. So you're hoping that last one is not in the dead wall as well, because then you're just going to sit here kind of really, really sad. There is a possible out with the Sanshoku, should you decide to do that, is now deciding if they want to play the Yakuhai or the Sanshoku. Would need specifically a 6-mon and an 8-so. Ooh. Dealer draws a pair of the 5-pin and decides to Rishi waiting only on the fake Suji trapped 7-so with 2 in the wall still. That's aggressive given you can see the Dora pawn across the table, leaving you totally defenseless, but says, I need my points. I'm in last. Let's go.
Yeah, I guess if you're both in last in this game and also, dead middle, you're going to want to fight.
Oh.
Ooh, and there's Yaku.
The issue is that you've cut the pair, so you're now headless. And if you draw the 6-so, you might be forced to draw the 7-so and deal in. Of course, you don't know that, and you'll take it because you have a Dora Anko. But, a Dora pawn. But that's pretty sad.
And of course, if I'm Riley, I'm probably thinking that both the 6 and the 7 look pretty safe right now.
Yeah. Fortunately for Riley, the 6 is just safe. So
well, yes.
they may just cut it anyway because they want a pair, or just wait on the 8.
By looks safe, I mean is Genbutsu, but technicalities.
Right.
And Stanley just folding over here.
Yeah, absolutely. Does not want to throw the 6-9. Could throw a 9, actually. Would be safe to the Ricci, but would actually bring Riley into Tenpai. So Stanley's actually playing it pretty smart and not only defending to the Ricci, but defending to the open manga. Well, yeah,
so now
that's
there's
actually
only,
awful.
For Dealer, at least. Now there's only one of the 7-sos left.
Yep.
Which might be in the dead wall.
Mm-hmm. And the open manga is now Tenpai on the 6-9 that Amy is currently staring at. Oh no!
Oh no!
Doesn't decide to switch to a Tonki and says, I can throw a 7-so.
Yeah, and it looks perfectly safe. You see so much Sozu and the dealer's discards. Like, basically every tile somewhat adjacent to it.
Yeah, and actually the Monzu were distinctly not safe. So he decides, no, I'll just throw the safe 7-so. I have 3 of them. And unfortunately, it just deals in for 3,000 and we repeat.
That's enough to get I in the second.
Yeah.
And another dealership.
Always feels pretty good. Dealer's hand looking, I don't really know. It's odd. It's not very fast. You hope to draw a Dora and maybe go Tanyao, but jury's still out. Hand on the right also not too great. Does feel a Kanchan to help. That'll help a lot, but still sitting on a lot of not particularly good shapes. Riley's hand across the way. Better, has some complete shapes. Still a little slow, but has a Dora that they can lock in. Amy's hand is probably the best. Yeah, it's actually Ishanten. Also a possible Sanshoku, which is
Very
really nice.
callable too if Amy just wants to go for the Tanyao
Yeah,
and keep her position in first solid.
yeah. Tanya Dora, I would just say, hey, yeah, I can do that. Holding onto the save tile definitely wants to like float. It doesn't really want the farm anyway. Although South is not safe yet, but you kind of expect it to become safe pretty soon.
Boom.
There's Tenpai, as we said, for Amy. Waiting on 3/6 Mon. For said Tanya Dora. Riley's also Ishanten now. But this 3-Mon is loose and may just come out right here. Oh! Or Stanley touches the danger and says, nah, I'm just gonna hold on to this 3-Mon. It's pretty good play from him. Well, that's not Tenpai, but that is the Peiko acceptance with all of the 1-so out, including 2 in your discard pile. Unfortunate.
There's some improvement finally.
I feel like we've been watching Ai's hand just kind of flounder around for ever, really. So this wait for Amy for 2,000 points is still what, I think, 3 in the wall.
And I think we see a commit to folding from I right here. With that, yeah.
I think it may be a little tough. I mean, it is your last deal. Oh, it's not your last deal. It's still East 4. I'm wrong. I mean, they've not really drawn anything particularly useful either that they've just thrown away because they're folding. Oh, this is a pair up of the deal and Dreamon for Stanley. He's gonna fold the fairly safe West. It's not fold, but throw the fairly safe West. And we're at the final few draws.
Yeah, it looks like this is just gonna go to exhaust.
Yeah. That would be No, it's not even Tenpai for Stanley. And yeah, one person Tenpai. Amy gets 3,000 points, moves the dealership along, and actually gets more points than they would have if they had won the hand. Because 3,000 is more than 2,000. Dealer's hand is slow and has 1 Dora. I definitely need some draws to help out. And a pair up with a Dora would be ideal, of course, but definitely looking to see what they draw. 3-Mon Kanchan Fill is pretty nice to have. Riley's hand.
More promising.
Yeah, definitely more promising dealers at least. Pretty good shapes. Might not have a lot of value, but not bad. Throws the door immediately.
I think this round we're gonna have a really hard time shutting Amy down. She's got some good shapes, and they're filling in quickly too.
Yeah, actually, Ishanten wants the 5/8 pin or the 3/6. That's pretty quick. Oh, actually, dealer just pretty much drawn perfectly. The entire hand. It is now Ishanten. Wants something around the 2-5 or a Dora connector. Ooh, that's gotta help for Riley, right? Yeah. It's gotta be Shanten, I think. Yeah. 2, 3, 3, 4. I believe. Yeah. Oh, there's Tenpai for the dealer, waiting on 7 so. That is not Tenpai for Riley. Huh. Cuts the 2 so instead of the safe 8 pin. Wants to maybe float Itsu, is what it's looking like. Oh. Oh no! Draws another Dora on the con and can't use it because they're reaching. I think Riley's flexing to a Chinitsu, actually.
Beach.
Nope, just kidding. Goes the safe 8 pin waiting on 6-9 Mon.
I guess with the extra Dora indicator,
Don't.
oh, beautiful. You really just
Yeah.
take what you can get.
Oh,
But no aura.
Even with the 2 chances, Richi no Mi. I mean, you're not going to complain about a win to move you in the second, but you kind of look at those error indicators like, no, why?
Of course, at this point in the game, people are just going to be fighting to get over 30k.
Yeah, I agree. With Amy so far in the lead, you're just getting any points you can at this point because first is kind of out of reach. Dealer's hand, not very fast, doesn't have too much value. Could draw Dora, but seems a little slow. Hoping for some good draws. Amy's hand on the right, actually pretty good. I mean, it probably just pinned for possible Tanya. But I mean, it's definitely what you want for Amy, just to go quick, cheap, and just move the hand along. You know, get to the end of the game and end it. Ice hand across the way. Also, but fairly quick. 1 complete shape and a pair, so you could feasibly. It's 2 Shanten. That's pretty nice.
With that south draw, Amy's hand got a lot better looking, though. You know, that gives you 2 Han and makes everything callable.
Right. She's double south. I mean, you don't even really need the value, but you'll take it if you get it. Oh, that's a really nice draw for the dealer. Fills the conch on his.
That's great.
Yeah, and is now perfect Ishanten. Is looking at all these 6-9s out though and is saying, do I really want the 7-8? Must be the thought here, right?
Oh, huh. I was.
Yeah. Stanley's hand is actually pretty close as well. 2 Shanten with a lot of Dionman. That's another 8. Oh, that feels like a little bit of a mistake for Riley. You have a Tanya play. Ooh, Anko drawn of the South for Amy. For double South, and that's it. Playing the Dama, just trying to steal a win here, surprise someone, and get out of this hand and move it on, right? Doesn't feel the need to, put themselves into an undefendable position and is saying, someone's going to throw this.
Beach.
Oh. Dealer reaches, waiting on 2 5 pin.
And
That
you
is,
really want to, if you're drawing into that Tenpai, to get the 6 or the 9 because they're out,
yeah.
and there are fewer of them.
hmm
Oh, wait.
Dealer. This weight is pretty dead. Only 2 left in the wall.
Yeah, that's not promising, but maybe people
No.
will fold.
Yeah, I would say 2 does look fairly safe should you draw it. And there are 2 reaches. No, actually, I lied. There's not 2 reaches. Only 1 Richi. Oh, Amy decides to push even in her position as first place.
I love this low deal in, but pretty aggressive play we see sometimes from Amy.
Yeah, that's
It's
kind of
like
Amy's thing. It's
yeah,
pretty
I
fun.
think that tells you she makes very calculated pushes.
Yeah. Oh, that is Tenpai for Stanley, waiting on 4-7 pin. Decides to dominate because it is safe to both. Although the 4 is dead and 7 does not look much better.
相撲
Oh, with their last draw, Tsumos for Richi, Tsumo, Pinfu, 1300 all. And
My
that's going to
heart
put,
jumped because
yeah,
for a moment I thought it was gonna be, Hote, but that
Haite, yeah.
second or Haite, but that was second to
Yeah,
last.
right. It was one off, but I don't think you're going to complain as Riley. You've gotten yourself another dealer hand, and we just go again.
No
Hand
half
looks,
on, unfortunately.
yeah, yeah. Riley's hand is quick and has 2 Dora. It's going to be a pawn, and now everyone is kind of on alert because the Dora is just not seen yet.
Oh, and if Riley makes this hand come together, then we're gonna see Riley crossing, 30K,
Mm-hmm.
and this also has the chance for Sanshoku.
All right, 5, 6, 7. Yeah,
Or 4, 5, 6.
or
Either
4,
could
5,
happen
6.
right now.
Yeah, that's true. Yep, it's pretty flexible. Oh, Amy throws the 8. That probably implies that they're either going Chitoy waiting on the Dora, or they're going to throw the Dora now. Throw the Dora now. Oh, Riley chooses not to take it. Stays at 3 Han with the South Door 2 instead of the 4th one for a Mongon. A lot of people would say, you'll find your pair somewhere else. Just pull the Dora for the Mongon because 12,000 is way more than, what is it for 39? No, 58. So it's an interesting play. That is
リーチ
Tenpai. Holy cow.
Waiting on
For
6-9 Mon.
Yep. Hoping for Adora. This is Richi no Mi otherwise.
All right, looks like dealer is either folding or really wants that Sanshoku.
Yeah. I think trying to find a safe way to Tenpai. I don't imagine they're gonna just completely fold this hand because they kind of need the points, right? They're so close to 30K and you have a hand to do it right here. Here's the thought. Are they going to cheat this and try and go? Yes, they are. Oh, and it gives Tsumo. Fariti Tsumo. And that puts I just that much closer to second place. We're going to have a pretty tight fight for second going into South 3/South 4. Amy's hand is pretty quick. Has a callable Hatsu.
Callable Hatsu. I mean, depending on early draws, you might even be looking at a Honitsu here.
Right. Chooses not to totally go for it and throws the west and east first. Makes sense. Oh, draws a Dora, so it's definitely not Honitsu anymore, I'm going to say. Ai's hand Pretty good. Has a bunch of Dionmen and a complete shape. Definitely could be fast if they filled that 7 on a Penchan right now, but definitely waiting on that. Stanley Toyman's hand. Look, could be Peiko. Maybe there's a cheat toy somewhere in there. Has a pair of the Dora, which is really nice to have. May decide to cut the 9 and go Tanyao if they really need to, but that doesn't sound like a very Stanley thing to do, in my opinion. Riley's hand over on the left. Has a Dora, but the shapes everywhere else are just a little bit slow, and now that dealers opened up with Yakai, you're just kind of hoping you can find, a faster way to get out of this hand.
And Amy's Ishanten now.
Oh, you're right.
Not the most satisfying Ishanten, but, you'll take it, especially when you're dealer with Tuhan.
Is a world where you decide to go Itsu if you draw an 8-pin, but I think where Amy is in the game, you'll just, if you pair the door up, maybe you decide to go Itsu. This is the call here. This is Tenpai if you drop the 1-pin for Itsu. Or, 2-pin would be not Tenpai.
Oh, we are seeing Honitsu push.
Yeah,
I mean,
Honitsu
I guess,
and Itsu.
Yeah, when you're this far ahead, you can kind of do stuff like this.
Yeah. Oh, that's Tenpai. Throws the Dora, waiting on 4-7-pin. 4-pin would be Itsu. And I mean, this is fairly obvious to the table that this is a Honitsu. So I don't imagine a lot of Pinsu will come out. But Riley has his own Chinitsu building. And
the sumo.
That's huge.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's the kind of sumo that makes me tilt. To be honest.
Yeah, it's just like, why did I call that tile? I gave the dealer the sumo for a Mongon, and now I'm just farther away from 30k. It always feels bad. Amy is rewarded with another really quick hand. Another possible Itsu, maybe, but will probably end up just going Rishi Pinfu, which is perfectly fine in this position. Uh-oh.
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
Oh, it's gonna be another Pinzu Itsu.
The issue with that is that now this 8-9 is just so slow that maybe you don't, you're not able to get it in time. Would choose to back out if they draw around this floating 5-mon. But it's hard to say, and there are 2 7s out, 2 7-pin that are currently being held. So might be tough to get that.
Oh, with Ai's hand, we might see dueling Itsus.
In the same suit. Oh, this is the play. This is our.
Oh, it's gonna be dueling Itsus. Let's go.
Oh no.
Oh no.
I draws the second 7-pin.
There's only one left if I doesn't drop it.
If I commits to the Pinzuitsu, may be forced to drop the 7-pin, actually. Oh, and unfortunately for I, or maybe fortunately, the Chun is Mochi Mochi. So neither of them are getting let, unless one chooses to fold with it. I'm not sure if that helps I or hurts I, but we'll see, I guess.
I mean, I think that hurts I, because if I want Yaku, that's going to force them into the Itsu. And you gotta drop the 7-pin for that, I believe.
Yeah. Yeah, I suppose. But they could just back into
for Chun.
Yeah, that's true. In the meanwhile, Stanley across the way has 2 Dora and is 2-shot 10, but maybe Pinfu with a Sanmin Chan and 2 Youngman. Oh boy.
Oh, and that Ricci is just waiting on the 7.
G.
So
Yeah.
つも
Woohoo. So the entire time we were expecting to see Amy with the Pinzu Itsu, but instead it's I that draws the 6-mon for the Pinzu Itsu. Funny how that works.
I mean, Amy just decided to be happy folding with that many points.
Yeah,
You know,
that's
Pong.
fair.
ポン
Dealer I has 2 Dora, pawns the Yakai East, and is just saying, give me points, I go fast.
yeah. I mean, you know, this is a very callable, very fast hand, and
Mhm.
we're probably not going to see I pull into first without a lot of repeats or a lot of luck, but
Mhm.
you still have the hope of solidifying
Oh,
your
no.
second.
I has drawn in the Tenpai, and this Dora 8 so is kinda loose in the hand of Riley. If they decide to go Honitsu, they're gonna have to drop this Dora and deal in for a lot of points. Oh no. Starts with a 4-pin. Safe one more turn, but we could see disaster.
Ooh, does Amy greed?
Sorry, that is Amy, not Riley. I think I said Riley. I don't remember. But yeah, Amy. Uh-oh.
Oh,
Oh no.
how powerful is the greed?
Is
And the
trying to
longer this
find the
game
time.
goes on, the more dangerous it looks.
Yeah. Oh, this is Tenpai for Stanley. For Ricci Pinfu only. I don't think. I mean, if he reaches, it is Pinfu no Mi for now.
リーチ
Decides to Ricci. Oh, this is
Oh,
Tenpai question mark?
ロン
oof.
Oh no!
And we
That's
get
a
another
12,000
dealer.
dealing. And that's a 24,000 point swing, and I is now within a Mongon of Amy.
Slow hand, but callable. So I guess Amy is probably going to look to end this quickly.
Yeah, in South 4, definitely. Doesn't particularly have a hand that can do that per se. Can't call, really. But may get. It's probably not even Pinfu, huh?
ポン
I think Stanley is considering Itsu or Honitsu over here.
Yeah, at this juncture, maybe even Jinitsu, because we know that the Haku is not available.
リーチ
Ooh,
But Ricci from Riley. Waiting on 1-4.
yeah,
I
one.
can't see.
Yep.
Yep. Oh, hey, Dustin.
Hey, well, it's a
Gee.
1-4-mon wait. Ricci no Mi technically. I folds out saying, I don't need to be part of this. Thank you.
Just
I
like
am.
me. What's South for? I mean, at the right time.
Yes, you did.
We've got some good defensive reads going on here, I think. Or just luck, I guess.
Oh,
Yeah.
the Ricci with the Sanso, it has to win.
We'll see.
Well, it's only 3 left on the wall, but it is Ryanman.
Mhm. Distinct chance of just going to Ryukoku and just with I may choose to fold out and we just end here.
Yeah, it looks like I is committed to folding and not using that north pair to Mawashi somehow.
Mm-hmm. And I think that's fair because you just got above 30K. Why even chance going back below?
Which is heartbreaking because really I is getting all the right tiles.
Yeah. It's unfortunate. Oh, the second Dora. That's a deal on tile. I don't think Amy will throw that. Stanley has found his way to Tenpai with no Yaku.
I think we're seeing some pretty good defensive reads, so I think we're gonna have to expect a sumo or a Ryu Kyoku for Riley.
Yeah. And I mean, it doesn't look like I is going to get Tenpai. So this may just end at this hand. We'll see.
Oh.
That's the no Yaku 3 pin on the
right, yeah.
first Stanley. Can't throw the 1/4 pin and just folds with the 6 mon. I is not in a particularly good defensive spot. Oh boy.
Good read.
Yeah. It will end with Riley is the only person Tenpai. So Amy gets some points back with a positive 34. I moves up into third place in the standings with a plus 11.1. Riley gets another fairly small negative, but unfortunately not one you can afford at this point. It falls a little bit deeper. And Stanley, after getting, as said, 80 points this session, drops 34. Not something you want, but also still in promotion spots, something you can afford to take.
A negative 34 at that placement is actually fine, I think. I mean, again, you don't want it, but everyone's going to get some fourths.
Yeah, pretty much, unless you've just high rolled the whole season. But it's a fourth you'll take sometimes as a Mahjong player, and it's just going to happen. Okay. Yeah, and so this will be my last game. As I'm sure you may have heard, Dustin has joined in and will be replacing me. Thanks so much, Dustin. Thanks, Michael and Anya, for casting with me and broadcasting for us. And thank you.
Yeah,
I'll see you all another day.
Have a great night.
You too.
Well, I wasn't expecting a Tucker game, but that's always going to be a treat. We'll see how hard they believe in Sanzo. They know about it, but they also believe in Peitanki and worst of all, Chitoy.
Well, this has gone from analysis and discussion of decisions to some pretty esoteric play and commentary, but I'm okay with this transition.
Yes.
So we're moving into B3. Looking forward to see what goes on at this table, actually.
Yeah, it is. It's going to be interesting. Tucker with the dealer spot. And the hand. It has a
And
Sanzo in it.
hand
And a
already right
Dora.
off the bat. Oh, beautiful.
Yeah. I'm sure Nathaniel, I can hear him now talking about the Sanchoku. It's not real though. I mean, it's like there actually, but I just have a feeling it's not going to happen. But it could.
Chris also has some okay shapes. Inipeko already going, so if he can do anything with that, then he's probably going to want to push.
Oh yeah, I mean it does have that Ipeko shape, but it also has 4 pairs. It
We're
could just
seeing
be a
a
Chitoy.
Chitoy Shanten across the way
Oh yeah, it's all Chitoy.
from Michael
That's
V.
what happens.
And it looks like Michael S has got. I guess we're probably going to expect if this hand comes together, maybe just a Pinfu, possibly Dora. But, you're okay with that.
Yeah, that's pretty acceptable.
Let me take a look at the standings in B3 right now.
リーチ
Yeah, if those. Oh, Ricci on the Sanzo, the Cheatoy, the long Suji trap on the 9, so it's too good. It's too good.
If we could get those actually on the screen from the director, that would
It
be cool.
it doesn't even look like Cheatoy. All terminals until the Sanzo.
Oh, Michael S. is really gonna want to fight. Michael S. is currently placed in last in B3.
Yeah, unfortunately, that 9 so is
Don't.
just gonna come out. Oh, well, it wasn't who I thought was gonna come out for him, but what are you gonna do about that? At least it hit no aura, so 3200 isn't that big of a deal. Yeah, if Michael S drew the 7, so absolutely gonna throw out that 9, so Tucker with a very strong starting at Onko, the Green Dragon, plenty of Ryanman. Doesn't even need 6 pin, showing the strength from that first discard.
Dora
What it's
acceptance
cooking.
as well. Oh, and we're already Shanten.
Yeah, Simon Chan, Ryaman, Ishaten. How could this possibly lose? Oh, wait, what is Chris cooking with an Onko of Chun and an Onko of West? But the rest of that needs a little bit of work. A half flush would be nice, but you'd have to actually draw those Mon tiles.
I mean, any honors would actually also help fill in that hand. That's but
Right. As long as so.
I mean, you take the 5 pin, but you hope deep in your heart that you're just going to get the most beautiful Honitsu.
Yeah, but well, throwing the Tumon kind of rejects that. Well, it's Sananko. It's Sananko Ishanten. In the wait, I
Oh,
guess the Honitsu isn't pinned. The 8 pin was just a trap to make it think it's not Honitsu. They think it's Kokashi. Please don't con that you have. Oh wait,
yeah,
okay.
we don't see the con.
Yeah, the Sananko. Sananko is a Yaku, but also Suanko. White Dragon, just the ones. Pay. Oh, that's not paired up. It's an honor. It's not. I mean, you said every honor. Oh, I don't even. It's a twice cut honor. I don't even know if you want that.
Each.
Actually, at this point, you just like kind of get like Toy Toy or Sananko acceptance. Oh, that Ricci. Oh, 7 pin the Suji trap and the 8. So it is a Ricci Suji, but fortunately, Tucker only had one
Yeah.
Tadashi. Just still hasn't gotten that Tenpai yet.
Tucker has had this satisfying hand that here we
Each.
go. I think
Yeah,
here we see the Ricci.
it's a good Ricci. Okay. Chris throws out the pay first, understandably. Well, that's 6 Mon. Well, that'd just be that Ishanten still, but Suanko.
Oh, do
Oh,
we
this.
con? Do we
Yeah,
Rinshan?
we have to con,
Tucker's thinking about it. They're considering it.
but it,
Con.
but it is a
Oh,
safe tile.
no
But
Rinshan.
the foo. Yeah, Ricci, Green Dragon Door, that makes it Makan. You have to con it. You have to con it.
Don't.
See, it was a sacrifice for good luck. If you deal in, you deal in, but
Oh, and
yeah,
con themselves Aura.
yeah, the Ura, but yeah, the 32 foo. I mean that's good enough to like do the con anyway, especially when you have Ricci and Adora. It was already Magan without the Ura, but could have been chances for Ura 3.
Home.
Or even, I guess, technically Ura 8. I don't know if that
Is
dragon was
saying,
dead.
Chad is saying you always con, and I'm hoping that means that they're memeing. But it's Korak, who
No,
is
I mean,
actually
no,
extremely respectable, so...
respectable. But it's an unironically, you always con that because of the foo. That adds so much value.
all right. I'll accept that.
Like Ricci Hatsudora, I mean, it's just 5,200 on Ron. It gives you 2,800 points. It's just like, do you really think that Rinchan is going to deal in?
Each.
See, I'm just extremely skittish about cons because of all the times that I've conned someone else multiple Dora and then dealt into them.
Well, sometimes you have to check the vibe, and that was definitely a good vibe. It's early reach here, just on the 8 mon.
Yeah,
2
early
left in the
Ricci just
wall.
waiting on Dora.
Oh, but yeah, the
So
Dora. Well, I mean, you probably have to sumo it. Ricci sumo Dora. That's a lot of value.
Michael V is probably, yeah, gonna have to sumo it. Well, I will defer to y'all. I am just a far more skittish player about cons than you would expect. But that's why we have people in chat correcting us, the commentators.
Right. And like Korak is saying, not only does it give you that extra value, you
Wrong.
also have a good wave. But ooh, wait. The one Han wins it all. But it's still pretty tight scoring here. Let's see. Michael S.
All right, dealer has shapes.
Yeah,
Not the
those
shapes you're really hoping for, but they're
they are
shapes
shapes.
at all.
Yeah, pretty much everyone has shapes.
The other Michael, yeah, also, you know, decent shapes, nothing
But
terribly exciting.
Tucker has the 4 pairs and a Dora. It's just Cheetoy. It really has to be. But the other hands aren't looking too much like Cheetoy.
Yeah, I'm not sure if we're going to be seeing some terribly exciting shenanigans this hand, but sometimes Ricci is, you know, you just play efficiency and get to Tenpai.
Or you don't.
Or yeah, I guess actually a lot of people don't play efficiency and get to Tenpai, and that's a lot of the problem, right?
Well, yeah, but people can play efficiency, but then they just don't get to Tenpai. It's an
Also
age-old
that.
problem.
That's a
Okay.
nice draw.
Yeah, the perfect Sanzo fill. Just needs to draw the 8s, so you'll have Ricci Pinfudu. I mean, not bad considering what they started with. Ooh, throwing the 4, so that's the bad luck draw. Since it's close to the Sanzo, you throw the 1 so first. I mean, besides that, I mean, it is like, you know, I mean, it really depends, I guess. If you want to like fold later, like having a 1 so is, I mean, it's not even like a safe tile. It's like safer, but I don't know. If you like draw a 5 so though, then you know, like have to throw it. So there's that decision there. Okay, Tucker. No, not gave up. No, so is the door, but still just 4
Some
pairs.
promising shapes filling in across the way.
Yeah, but it's still too Shanten. So not really. And like, the Chi Toy struggling. Oh, the Sanzo fill. Now that's a good fill.
Chi.
It's a Ryanman Salmon Chani Shanten. But there's finally Tenpai on 2-5 Mon for Michael V. Just Tanyao, but that can win. So Tucker can move to a no land. Yeah. Goes for the Ipeko / Tanyao, maybe Pinfu.
I mean, yeah, Ipeko, Tanyo, Dora 1 is
Yeah. And of
not
course, you
really
know,
disappointing to get.
once you throw a pair, you immediately draw another
Oh,
pair.
but
Because why
here
wouldn't you?
we go.
Ooh, at 8, so fill in.
I
Dama's on
guess
the 2-5 pin.
I guess this
But
late you don't reach. You might not reach at least. Would
you
you reach
might
this here?
not. I would reach you this.
I think I would
Because I'm the
too.
dealer.
Chi.
The weight's not like terribly gone in the pond. Or I guess if you wanted to be like a little funny, you could like you can like wait until like the last turn. No, it's pretty like bad to just like throw in the stick, but you have to like make people think that they really want to push on the Patsu against the dealer. Oh, there's Tenpai. Has to throw the Dora, but yeah, just go to Dama. 'Cause they could have had that situation where they force everyone to fold on Ipatsu, but I mean,
ドン
it's probably
Oof.
pretty bad to just throw the stick like that. But oh, there's the dealing. Just a Tanyao. Still in first. You don't really care that much going to South 1. And with a pair of Dora, it's rewarded for dealing in. And a Green Dragon. Just really needs to call that Green Dragon so that the 3 pairs does not turn to Chi Toy. Well, I mean, it's a 4th pair, but 2 Yakuai pairs, 2 Yakuai and 2 Dora, you can call those easy Mangan. The green and red are still in the wall somewhere. Fortunately, the white dragon is not as good in the wall, so the chances of this being Shosangan are basically 0. Yeah, especially with the twice cut already.
I mean, when you're a dealer and, you also will get a repeat, I'm not going to be disappointed with a 2-Han hand. And this could be possibly upgraded to Toy Toy
Yeah. Well,
with
this
the
is
right calls and the right draws and the right luck.
hopefully, I mean,
I-
worst case is like 3 Han, because you have 2 Dora,
Boom.
but
I call
I'm
that commentator's optimism, by the way. Oh, right, and the 2 Dora.
commentator's optimism. I
You
guess, I
know,
guess you could
whenever
call it that.
when the commentator sees like, a couple of tiles and goes like, "Oh yeah, they could get Sanshoku."
That's too optimistic.
チ
And yeah, Tucker backfiring on because like Sanzo is a really good tile, but you can't.
ポン
It's like you can throw the Dora to like accept it, but you just don't. You just throw the one. So anyway, now you're in this. You have this Ryonkun instead of the Ryonman. No, there's Sanzo, but of course you have to throw it out. Even if you got like Tenpai, I like really hate. Yeah, that would just be like Hatsu and a Dora. I'd like kind of hate to do that.
Oh, and here's Tenpai. Of course, the other 2 so are spoken for.
Yeah, and they'll never be thrown out. I'm not sure what the Forcer drop is for. It's like they have 2 Dora.
Appreciate Tucker not even considering greeting for Toy Toy for a moment there.
Well, yeah, going back in Shoten with a call on the table. And this is already a Mangan on either way. There's no really like Itsu. I guess, yeah. It just feels like awkward with
Chi.
that Penchan Kanchan. But yeah, I guess it is closer to Itsu than Tanyao.
Oh, and
Chi.
there's Tenpai.
Tenpai on 3 Mon. Yeah, at
Which
least,
is
yeah.
actually very much live.
Yeah, 3 in the wall. And yeah, I guess doing the 4-5-6 first makes it perfectly fine because it's
ドン
not obvious what they're doing.
I mean, you still push that hand if you're Tucker, of course.
Well, yeah, it's just obviously you don't care when you have dealer Mangan, especially if there's not a Ricci. They're just like open hands, but still in first though, so it's not the end of the world. This dealer hand is all right, just all right. Actually, look, it has a lack of Ryodman. It's not all right. It's not okay.
Oh, Dustin, you're gonna be so thrilled. Oh, never mind. It was a chance at 789 Sanshoku was just thrown back out into the pond, but there was for a
No.
moment a possibility of it.
I mean, yeah, that. I guess you should actually like take that because you already have a pair, and like the 6, 7, 8, 8, and 9 shape is apparently not as bad as it looks. It's still pretty bad, but it's not as bad as it looks. Yeah, even though I don't believe in Sachika that much, that is one where you should actually like keep that in mind. It's a chance to take it back. And maybe realizes it now. Yeah, it's still 2 away, but could have that good Yaku now. And when you don't get the Sanchu, you get the Dora on the 7-8 pin Ryanman. Okay.
Actually, we see Michael S. across the way. His hand is shaping up. Well, not quite as nicely as you would hope, but
You're not exactly. It just got to like 2 Shantan maybe, or at least yeah. But even then, it's like you have to fill 2 Conchons. And you also throw the Dora. Okay, now you don't have to throw the Dora. Deciding to throw the 7 from the 3557, that's probably a little inefficient actually, especially with no 6-0s being out. But you're not liking where the Steeler hand is going. I kind of hate keeping that Naimon around actually, because like you could have kept like Tanya options, like efficiency with the like keeping the 8 so around to accept the 7 so, and you do see the 7-8 so in the pond. Like the young red K can be a strong shape or like a sequence
Tenpai
+1 tile.
looks like just calling for K10.
Yeah.
But this late
It's
in the game, that's totally valid.
yeah, it does feel pretty bad with having 2 Dora, but I guess you could just draw Formon twice in a row, technically.
Kang.
I guess now dealer does have the
Khan
opportunity to get
Rinshan
Sancho
Suyaku.
through.
It flips Sanso's the Dora, but does not get the Rinshan. Uh, you can chi that and hope to
Chi.
draw a Formon. Although there are no more Formons left in the wall. Yeah, I guess that works. 2 mon switches, avoids dealing in. Good switch, good switch. But I'm also more importantly gets out of Furry 10. But just Michael S and Tucker being Tenpai. 385 is not the biggest lead you can have, but it's decent going to South 3. 9 Sodora. Oh,
Has
Tucker throwing
a
pay first. That's 5 wins. That's a possible sushi. Technically, I mean, if you want to like dream a little bit.
I mean, dreaming a little bit is what Ricci's all about.
Yeah, I mean, more importantly, that's also a 4th pair, and I know how much Tucker likes Pei Tonki for the Chi toy, but actually rejects the 4th pair over the White Dragon. Yeah, backfired. Would have been the 5th pair.
Chris has a bit of a slow-looking hand, but possible Tanyao is
Right.
unless he draws into Dora or not Dora, sorry, Chun, but drops the Chun, so never mind.
Yeah, it's still a lot of isolated tiles. At least draws a Ryanman. I guess Tucker, doesn't really care that much about the possible value of a Riichi toy, just
Chi.
hoping that the South would come out sooner or later for Tenpai. And yeah, Tenpai on 6 so East could still upgrade to a Ryanman, but there are chances of being Furry 10, but 5 so will not be Furry 10.
Long.
There's East, just comes right out. Quick 1000 to move things along. Although I guess in like the long run, you could be aiming to knock Michael V under 30,000 with a sumo, but you take what you can get. Oh,
Boom.
Anko Sanzo for the dealer. It's too good. It's too good. But there's
And
already the Yaku call. But
we
the
also have a
rest,
pair and another shape, so this is a alright hand.
yeah. There's a Yaku I call for Michael V. Try to secure that positive second place, but lots of isolated tiles. It needs quite a bit of work there. Tucker's hand is actually very. It looks good. And that 5 pin, that's probably like very good efficiency wise. You get like, yeah, that's an Itsu Ishanten.
Yeah, this game is going real fast.
Well, that's not Tenpai, but could have thrown the Forso for, I guess, more acceptance. But I guess you don't really want to keep that 1 pin to just
Gee.
like deny your Itsu. Could chief the Itsu right here and does Itsu Dora 2000 and
Boom.
get that direct hit on Michael V that will get you that all everyone else below 30k. Can switch the weight here, but it's a worse quality weight and much worse in the pawn. So yeah, definitely
Boom.
good to keep it. And there it is, the direct hit for everyone else below 30k. Great game for Tucker. Plus 31.8, which is more than you'd think from just a 41,000 first, because that extra 5 from the UMA.
Yeah, no, Tucker is probably very happy with that first, being well in the promotion zone now.
Yeah. Always good to be up there.
Michael
Right.
S. is going to have to work pretty hard to pull out.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard, but it's not impossible. Just simply keep on winning.
Oh, this is the truncated stats to our right, so not as deep below the person above him as it looks.
Yeah, that would be very cursed.
Highly cursed.
Giving points to everyone, and no one else is giving points. They're being selfish.
Actually could, with a solid first, pull into the promotion zone.
Yeah, that's not out of the question. Let's see. Yeah, they have not started another game yet. Perhaps taking a break.
We only have, 5 games in this season so far, so the stats aren't really reflective fully of the. They're not
Oh
exactly what you would
wow!
expect to see, but Tucker's win to deal in is pretty formidable right now.
Apparently we chose the wrong game. I'm just looking at the game results. There's a game with 3 Baimons and 2 Hanemons in
Wow.
B1. Yeah, yeah. It started off with 2 dealer Baimons and plus 48,000. That's just a 10-ho, easy.
Yeah, no big deal, just Tenho.
Yeah. So a bit more work involved than just getting the proper tiles. So yeah, that was the first game for Tucker. So I imagine they're not just playing one. Yeah. And I was hoping to cast the DC local, got ninth place in the DC Open, Dennis, who played one game so far today, but they have not started their game yet. Really looking forward to that. So they are playing another one.
Exciting in Armel seeing new players, performing well, and actually just new players at all. Like
Actually,
one of our I is what division is Kayla in? Kayla is a pretty new player and has been doing well in tournaments as well as in
Home.
Armal. So if you're watching this and you aren't in Armal, you should consider joining because we have players of all levels, as it says on the screen occasionally.
yeah, Dennis's game's actually.
Well,
Oh yeah,
we're
oh yeah,
going fast
we're
here.
going in it. Dennis looking good in that first place in South 3.
Home.
Ooh. Chun Pawn for that half flush.
Home.
Let's see. Taku is Dennis. And not sure. Yeah, we're
Okay,
getting the
dealer is
stats
Michael B
updated.
right now.
Home.
Oh, there we go. Thank you, broadcast director.
Yes, thank you. That's
All right, so we're seeing dealer move over to a Tanyao, possibly.
yeah, and with two door, that's gonna be pretty strong, but it still needs to get Tenpai. It's a little awkward pulling that 7 pin from the 6, 6, 7,
Oh, but
7,
that
8 pin shape.
Honitsu draw right there is exactly
Yeah.
what they want. So now we have Tenpai.
Tenpai and 2, 4, so just one of each of those left in the wall to win on, but it's pretty good value.
Home.
Oh, gets to pawn the door. Still not Tenpai though, but Ishanten for dealer Mongon, and you really want to keep a So tile. You don't want to have to throw a So tile into that half flush. Plus you get the 3 mon while you just furry 10 and but 2 mon might be acceptable. You I guess you can throw 8 So and just hope for the best. Still wait on 3 6 So. You don't want the 9 So anyway because you just don't have a Yaku. There's 4 So, but that just wait switch where we'll upgrade 3 6 So for Ian. That's also it's a Dama from Dennis, understandably so, with the 1 So being pawn. That's Dama on the just Pinfu. Wait, that is yeah. Could have actually thrown the 4 So for Tenpai, but that would deal into the half flush from the dealer. A little surprised. I mean, yeah, not want to deal in, but resisting
Ooh,
the deal in. Oh, actually, this is you can still beat
okay.
Tenpai
There we go.
and not throw a So tile.
Sumo.
Oh, but there's the sumo Pinfu. Dennis, the 220. The 220. Who gets 220? So it's very understandable. Plus, getting that Chonkon would have been funny, even though it would have just been 2,000. All right. Pair of South, the dealer. Good amount of Ryamen, but calling out South leaves you without a pair. But because of that South, you can't really get a Pinfu anyway. But a nice 2-pin fill for that Kanchan. Could just reach Unomi. I guess there's a bit of a slide for Sanchiku, but it's quite a bit of a slide actually.
I mean, I would take the Richinomi. Like, if I'm dealer and I'm down in points and wanting to catch up, he has a pretty solid chance of overthrowing Michael B right now.
Right. I mean, yeah, just getting a repeat can be really strong. I do like the keeping the 2 pins since you could accept the South and just throw a 3-1 pin. But yeah, I don't like keeping the 9 mon around, but we ended up in the same place anyway. So here you could take the value. Like Ipeco, the penchant when there's 1 already out and 1 in your hand, feels pretty bad. Here, actually, yeah, you could draw 4 7-pin, and then you could just drop South South for Pinfu for value. So I really like the 2-pin drop. Like, actually, no, if you just draw 4-pin, you're just Tenpai. Unless you just really want to greed for something. But you probably shouldn't. Just take your Richinomi, 2000 on Ron. Hopefully, I mean, yeah, if you win it off of someone, doesn't matter who, you'd be out of last, although just barely. See, Dennis.
1
With the Ricci with the sod, so it's too good.
Boom.
4-7, so. A little surprised. I guess I shouldn't be surprised. It's the first Ricci, but it's a Ricci, Pinfu, Anadora. Pretty good value. Can't get the 220 again with that,
Gee.
but
4
there we go. That was a call from Tenpai, yeah. They
Very solid win.
yeah, unfortunately for Ian, that drops him the last. Yeah, it's like I understand, like, if the dealer's Tenpai, but you're not, it's like then you drop the last. But if the dealer's Tenpai, then you just get to play another round. So I would just like avoid on dealing in, especially in this situation. Might be different if you had a Yaku to like confirm third, but doesn't feel great. But sometimes you make mistakes, sometimes you have to learn from them.
So it looks like that game has also pushed Dennis up significantly in terms of placement.
Oh yeah, I guess these games were from the first session because they only have 2 each. Wait,
Oh, yep.
no.
There we go.
Wait, they is this the? I don't think this is their third game today. So maybe the other session. Maybe this is the session that's been bad, or I don't know.
So now we have both Dave and Dennis in promotion slots.
Yeah, huge on us. Oh, Dave. Oh, yeah, he got like a Yakima. What is this 12,000 win average? It's unheard of.
That that actually is. I almost want to go and look through later and try and figure out where that came from.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, there was a
If anyone in
Yakuman.
chat knows if anything like really crazy happened, please tell us.
Actually, it was yeah. It was like his first Arbol game, and he got a Yakuman.
Oh, well, that would give you an absurd average like that.
And because they have less games than everyone else played, which most people have 4, if they played today, you'd expect they to have 6. But they only have 3 right now. Oh, and they are playing another one in 4 minutes. It's going to be great to see that. Looking forward to seeing what Dennis can do. Hasn't taken a loss yet. 1 first place, 2 second places. It might be inevitable, but might just get 0 losses. You never know. All right. I believe we're going to be taking a little break until that game starts. I'll get some water and be ready in a few minutes.
All right, let's take a break then. And we are back just in time to open 3 out of 4 for this table. Starting out with Dave's dealership, which is great.
Yeah, well,
I mean, super callable, super quick. I guess
it's all
not
right.
high value, but I wouldn't be
Yeah.
complaining if I had that high pie is all.
Oh, not keeping this up. Maybe timed out.
Yeah, that's possible. I think we can't see on our end if someone times out, is that correct?
I believe it would like if they like disconnected, it would show like the red numbers. But yeah, that is really unfortunate, especially since this hand was really shaping up. Could have even dropped the white dragons to just force Tanyo.
Ian also has a pretty quick hand. Ishan 10 right now.
Yeah, ooh.
Across the way,
It's
Dennis is filling in some alright shapes with a chance for Ipeco. Or no, I didn't see the 6. But
that is a lot of Monzu. Have to throw not keeping the more Monzu, not greeting for more Dennis. What if Chinitsu? What if Chinitsu?
Michael B could honestly has a pretty flexible hand here. He could
Oh
go for either
no. Dennis.
Itsu or actually also Sanshoku, depending on draws that you get.
No, I guess like meaning aside, I guess like because you have so many Monzu in that 7-8, like this is like a headless Ishanten, but there's also that overlap of your 5-so and 7-so. So I'd at least feel like the 5-so, just like see where it goes. Okay, ooh. Dave drawing that 5-pin pair. It's a perfect Ishanten. And could even be Sananko or Suwanko. If the 7-pin pair was there, Suwanko Ishanten already had one Yakuman. Could be on track to another. Still time to pair things up though.
I mean, that would certainly be a good way to decide this game, is to just East 1 Yakuman.
Each.
Yep. And there's that 4-pin Kanchan Ricci from Dennis. Only one in the pawn, but just one in the wall. Oh, Dave, perhaps
Each.
Do you
maybe didn't
think
see
that
the
you
West was
fold here
safe.
as dealer?
Maybe, but West is just safe. And then you could be Tenpai right now. Maybe didn't see it was in their pawn and saw it was their win, but ooh, it's back into 10. Oh, but it's free 10. You can throw 6 is just it sounds is just safe. Oh, back there's that Suwaku Shanten.
Each.
But like, oh, that's okay. Consumo Sananko, Ricci, Sumo, Haku, Sanako,
Kan.
Khan,
Oh,
Rinshan. No, oh, the
oh
furry.
no.
No, that wouldn't.
Sumo.
Oh.
Dennis. Su was the last 4-pin. It was too good. And one Ura from the Khan. It is what it is. I mean, that Rinshan Sananko would
That's
have
why
been
I
like
don't
a
trust
Haneman.
cons.
So,
That's why I don't do it.
well, no,
Except
it's
when I do, of course.
but they would if they didn't throw like the West because they didn't have to throw 5.
Boom.
West was also just safe. They would have just like won earlier. So that's like it's not that it's like a bad con. It's just like it's a bad situation because like through the tiles a way that would like get you the possibility of winning the hand normally. That's what my vibe base read is. Okay, second Dora for the dealer. It's a lot of bad shapes though, but some good ones. would really like to pair up the Hatsu to just call and go. That one-mon pawn would be quote-unquote Autozuke, but has a pair of East and a pair of Chun, so gonna end up having a Yaku either way from that.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'd pretty confidently take that Autozuke.
Right. But it didn't have both pairs at the time. Like, you really want to, like, get another pair to just, like, get both of those Yakuhai, but I guess you'll just take a Tenpai. Dennis with the Sanzo draw, it's too good. Throws a 1-pin. Yeah. Understandable drop. Uh, I don't know. I kind of hate that 1-1 pawn because like now you're just drawing all this pins. You're like, oh, this hand would be such a good flush hand. But you wouldn't necessarily have like drawn those tiles if you didn't call that 1-1. So sucks like a hand, seeing like a hand like almost being a flush, but just being worth 1 Han. Oh, dealer is Yushaten really wants to draw that 7, so it gets a Ricci Pinfu with 2 Dora. Obviously, just take the Ricci 2 Dora, even if you get the worst weight. I kind of. I'm not sure what the Tuso really does for us here. I kind of hate it. It's the Dora Suji. It could be dangerous to throw later. I feel like, oh, like if you want. I guess yeah, it'd be free to turn around the 4-mon because you threw the 2-mon in a few draws, but I just hate keeping the Tuso around.
リーチ
Ooh, the Sanzo Ricci. Ricci, Haku, potential Ipeko. Potential Chankan even.
The Ipeco is looking most likely with the pawn of the 1-mon.
Yeah, there's actually no 4-mon left in the wall. Just the 1-mon left in the wall to win on.
チポン
Okay, there's Tenpai 6, 9-pin. 9-pin Skinbutsu. Still 2 of those in the wall, and then the 6 pins are also 2 in the wall. Pretty decent chance to win.
リーチ
Get to double your chasing.
And dealer
Ah,
is folding
Dennis.
against all of this nonsense.
Yeah, donated a stick, but it's not the biggest loss in the world. But it does sting a little bit for that immediate sumo. All right, Dennis with it's the 4th pair there. There's no Ryamen in sight. It's just Chitoy. It's just Chitoy.
The real question is, will the power of memes win out enough to dissuade the Cheetoy even when that's the obvious answer? I guess we get to find out. This is a social experiment now.
I guess it really depends if those Conchons fill in. But it's more likely that someone else is just gonna win. You know, like Dave, that Hakuanko can pawn a lot of pairs if they really just wanna. Okay, now there's the
Yeah, we see
decision.
2 other pretty callable hands over here.
Conchon filled in. It could just be reject Chitoy, go Chinitsu. That's well,
I guess so. I guess that's what we're doing.
yeah. Hmm.
Do you think that's the right move here?
I don't. I mean, like I do, but like, okay, Dennis just knew they're gonna fill in the Ryoncon. I guess, yeah. Like, if you don't want your hand to be Chitoy, then you throw away a pair. And 7-so is like the one that gets you to also just like read Chinitsu, but it is also door acceptance, but you only need one. But drew the 8-so. Gonna be Furry 10 because he threw the 9-so earlier. He just wants to trust in Furry 10. Sumo is a Yaku. Just sumo the door. Actually, yeah, it has to sumo the door. All the 9-so are out. It's gonna be too good. But really, at least there are 3 of those door in the wall though. Ooh, Dave with another Onko. 2 pairs. Could get that Ricci. Yeah. Sananku Ishanten. I don't know if they'd Riichi that, but
Pump.
Oh, and
yeah. Even with that Chun East
I
pair
imagine
up again.
Dennis's hopes are of
Sumo.
drawing the Dora are, oh, well, I was gonna say slowly dying, but now they're dead.
And Ian winning again with a very similar hand to what they had last time. Dennis still in first, but very tight game here. Ooh, 2 Dora for Ian. Doesn't have those E's. Actually, through the Chun, despite it being so important in the last hand. But I imagine it probably comes out. Well, that's not Ian. Michael, that's the dealer. Okay, that makes more sense. Sometimes you get a vibe about a tile. It's like important in the previous round. It's important to keep onto it in the next round.
Yeah, I know, and I tell people that all the time, and then they're like, "Well, that's why you dealt in," and I.
It really depends. You have to find the right time to throw it or not. Okay, yeah, that's okay, there's like not sure what to do with this hand as the dealer. You, like kind of need a pair, but you also want to like use both of those Dora. Like, you really want to like draw 5, so now rejecting the 6
Yeah, I think
pin.
that's what Michael B is hoping for right now with chucking that 6 pin.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, with this conchons feel bad, but it's like in some cases I would just like read the Dora because like even you can, like get a 5, so like you still need another 5 so we're an 8. So and the 5 so is also the Dora indicator, and people just like want to hold on to it. So I guess in that situation I just like for the 4-7 so just make the Dora my pair.
Chi.
Oh, Ching.
I guess that's one way to solve this.
Yeah, just force the
I
Tanya.
personally wouldn't open here,
Yeah,
even though it's not the fastest looking shapes.
it is. It's perfectly fine to keep closed. It's just like you have
Reach.
to cheat that 4 pin. Like a 5-6-7 Sancho is like technically there, but
And
Don't.
punished for it.
yeah, Riichi Patsu, not the worst punish, but Dennis with the
I mean, getting
weight
knocked
around the
below
Sanzo.
30k is, and going into South round having to fight to get back above that, or it's not a long distance, but that's not where you want to be, I think, in South 1, really. But this is quick. This is,
Right.
I think, with that 7 so draw, do you go Honitsu here?
I would look for it. I yes, yeah. Oh, yeah, especially now with that White Dragon pair up. Oh, but is it?
Yeah,
No,
just talking about
it's for
Tanya Reed.
Kokushi. It's for Kokushi. Except it's
And
like, but there's like, there's just oh no, the 6-7-8. So it's okay. It's no longer Kokushi. I mean, even then, yeah. And like the West was, it was never, yeah, West was already pretty dead, so it should never have been the Kokushi angle. This could have at the very least been a quick 2 Han with South and White Dragon, assuming you could pawn that. Maybe that they were thinking that, just didn't see. Oh, the West were just dead, but little unfortunate, but it's not completely unsalvageable.
meanwhile, Michael B is making progress
Pump.
towards Tenpai, I'd say.
Yeah. Ooh. It's Anko of the Dora Sanzo for Michael B. It's pretty good. Still needs to find a pair and has a Conchon. Okay, there's a pair. And you just throw away your Conchon. It's so good. Unless. Oh, yeah, there we go. I guess if you wanted to be like.
I guess you're basically choosing which Foodie 10 you want.
No, I think it's maybe thinking about throwing the 1-2 pin to like go for just Tanya forcing actually. but 2 Ryamani Shanten is pretty good.
Kan.
Oh, cons, the South. That is still, with it being 2 Shanten, I don't know. Flips 8
Chi.
pins the Dora. Dennis with 4 pairs. Ooh, gets a Anko of that Dora. Really needs that tune though. It could come out from Dave. It should at some point.
I'm not sure about Dave's
Each.
decision to break up these shapes and hold on to the Hatsu for this long, since there's
Uh,
already 2 of them out.
yeah. Yeah, the con was very. At least
Home.
if they kept the 2 pin, they could be. Ooh,
Home.
there's shooting. Oh,
Oh,
Dave, you're gonna deal into that Dora 3. You have to.
Wrong.
Yeah, you're Tenpai, but it's furry 10. But
oh,
at least it wasn't into the Ricci, which could have been a lot worse than a Mangon.
yeah, that does
Already
not
confirmed to
feel
be
good
Dora.
to be on the receiving end of.
All right, Ian. Not as an exciting dealer as last time, but gets that tune pair up. Michael
Home.
B has 2 Yakwai pairs. Can go for flush. Didn't throw threw the green dragon first, so wasn't quite green in the half flush. So you don't really need to. Like winning only 2,000 here just feels kind of bad though. But you can use the Dora. Oh, and punish throwing the pay. It's like most of the way there to getting the big wins.
Home.
Like, yeah, I guess, yeah. Like only winning 2K here feels pretty bad. Like getting that flush for that 8,000 would be so good. At least can accept Dora this way, but you draw the Dora, you just end up Tenpai on 5, so which is very low chance of coming out. Okay, dealers Ishanten still needs that tune, but can get Ricci. Oh, no Dora yet, but yeah, that tune. Okay. I guess you draw the 5, so yeah, you can get the extra value with the Dora, but someone has to throw that out. Dennis, you better not throw it out. But the I mean, if you get that 6-9 pin, it's 3-sided way. It's really tempting to not throw it out, but at
Wrong.
the same time, that does look like a flush. It's not a flush, just 2,000. Didn't have to make that hard decision, thankfully. Okay, Sanzo Dora, great sign, great sign. Dennis,
For
draw the
whom?
Sanzo for
Oh.
everyone. Except, well, some people have better hands than others.
I'm interested to see what you do with this. Some
Yeah,
pretty awkward shapes in this hand.
yeah, Ian probably wants a Monzu Honitsu
Home.
with 2 Yakuai pair and great shapes in the Monzu.
And that seems to be what Ian's doing, which is
Yeah,
good. Across the table, we have a couple of pairs and not much else.
yeah, it does have the West Yakuai, but
Home.
that's like not enough value. Oh, classic. Throw away the penchant, draw what would have filled in the penchant, but that's what you're supposed to do. You like want Tanya. Ooh, the pay. Nice draw. Pretty good Ishanten for that half flush. Great value. Gets you above 30,000 with buffer room to spare and all last. Yeah, if Dennis gets hit by that, that would be disastrous. Might want to throw. I mean, I don't think you really want to throw that Conchon, especially if you think that is a Mon half flush, which you should be
Chi.
thinking it is, but you could still just draw the 3 Mon. Or it might even be able to cheat it right now, but no, yeah, the actually I don't I guess that does give you a toy potential shift, but
Yeah, Dennis has Dora, but otherwise this hand is a little bit unfortunate. Given that he's facing
Wait,
he's facing off against
clutch.
that.
I mean, you really shouldn't have pawned because you like have to throw out the Dora, but fills in the Conchon of the dangerous suit. And now you should just have, yeah, two of the
ち
Omni shotted for Ricci, Pitfu, Tanya, Dora. Or maybe just a Ricci, Tanya, Dora. Could even just cheat for Tenpai. I don't hate it. Especially just like
ち
denying the big hands there. And does do it. Tenpai the 5-8, so the 8 so just came out. Oh, that 5 so just fits into Dave's hand though. Yeah, keeping that Anko 5. So has the
カン
5 mon pair. Or the con of the 7 mon. Flips 9 mon as Dora. No one has it though. Oh, that
ポン
3 pin or 3 mon pawn, 5 mon pay Tenpai. The 5 mon's Mochi Mochi, but pay is still 2 in the wall. Hit Toy Toy half flush and 2 Yakuai. That hand is worth 12,000. And a sumo, that is enough to take first. Or just direct on Dennis, but with 5, so
ロン
I mean, you obviously have to finish that, but sucks losing your 12,000 point hand. The Tanya will end it all with or without Dora. Ooh, love to see that Tuso Anko and the fill of the Conchon. That the rest of those shapes need a little bit of work, but that can be dealt with. The rest of the shapes and everyone else's hand actually need quite a bit of work.
Yeah, they really do. This is also not what I'm hoping for in South
Oh.
3. South 3 is all when I'm always hoping I'm gonna Gyakuten.
Just yeah, it is always exciting to Gyakuten, but just simply being first is also nice. That's just waiting for the right time to con. Yeah, I guess it would be funny to just do it right now, but you should probably in most cases wait until two Shandon. I'm at 2 pin when it's door accepting though. Kind of eh.
I guess that's a very awkward Ishanten, but that is Ishanten.
Oh yeah, but it can win on Sanzo. You could throw. It would be inefficient here. You could throw Formon if you really want to keep your con opportunity available, but he gets rejected. Oh, he knows I'm watching. He wants to wait on that Sanzo.
He's doing it just to make you proud.
Well, I am proud. Oh, that's like a Cheetoy. Actually, yeah, Cheetoy Tush or Ishanten on the left has to throw an Akko, but can wait on the Dora. Just simply draw the Dora. Plenty of out. Ooh, there
1
is that Tenpai. Ricci's slam waiting on that Dora. Ricci, Cheetoy, Tanya, Dora 2. Another Hanemon.
Ooh, Dennis is thinking about this because it looks a bit risky. I wonder if this is when we see the con.
Oh, that would be funny. However, it'd be really bad, especially since yeah, still two shots in. Those the 8,
Sometimes I
so
desperation con when I don't know what to do.
yeah.
This is highly inadvisable, though.
You you
To
could
all the kids at home watching, do not do this at home. Do not
well,
desperation
you
con at
could
home.
con for extra time. Or you could be a Kagi and con to hope to draw a safe tile. It would be it's not really advisable, but it is an option you could do. Sadly, yeah, the hand just
スモ
oh, there's a sumo. That's gonna be massive. There 2 for Baimon. Why wouldn't we see a Baimon cheater? But just Hanemon. Not enough to take first, but that is a great start.
Cheetoy is real.
It is real. And 3-pin, some would say it's a pretty good tile. It's close to Sanzo because it's a 3. So I agree to some extent. Ooh. Okay. So looking like a disconnect from the dealer there, but yeah, they didn't. The South could be bad, but they didn't really want the 9-1 anyway. It's a very real chance of Sancho in this hand, actually. They draw 2-pin and 1-mon. They get a 3-sided weight on the 5-5-5 6-0 shape. That'd be amazing. Yeah, with Irichi Sancho Dora, no matter what, that'd be a deal of Mangan. Quite a good value, but they just have to draw that specifically. Just
But at this point in the game, I myself am thinking a lot about
oh,
just getting to 30K.
that's 6. So that might
Yeah,
not actually be here like that. Like I could see like keeping all those other like just sumo gearing all those other tiles, but that 6 is just
yeah,
an
with the
improvement in
2 Hatsu
Shanten.
out too.
Yeah. They're definitely that's such a bad spot to be
Oh, that's really
disconnected. Yeah.
unfortunate.
If you're
Oh,
your
yeah.
all ass dealership with such a good hand.
Boom.
What's long? Ooh. But Dave, yeah. Dave's been getting that half flush. Doesn't oh, it's just a half flush though. It's not gonna be enough value. So you just make it half flush toy toy,
Chi.
which will be 8,000. Oh, they're finally back. Cheese
And
the
I question that opening.
It's like yeah, it's
Ich.
like you backfired, but the shapes are so good. Like Suo's a Yaku.
Well, if you want to call to speed things up, I think you try and get Sanshoku here.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. And there's all okay. Could
All
be
right, I guess
Tenpai,
we're
but
trying to Mawashi into Tanyao Sanshoku?
well,
Or no,
it's
just
like
Tanyao, just Tanyao.
yeah. If you want to be able to
Boom.
like Chi the four, so you have to throw the one so.
Yeah, no, it's 345, not 234. All right.
But huh. You just have to like take the yeah losing your Tenpai. Oh, there's yeah. I mean, I guess if you go to open for just Tonitsu, it's is that a sumo? No, it's a 5-pin talkie. That's so weird, actually. Is it? Is it gonna actually? It's actually gonna win. Yeah.
Oh,
Boom.
yeah, here we see the deal in.
Dora, 2,600. You would think it normally, yeah, could have chose between the 3-pin and the 5-pin. You set up the Suji trap with the 6-pin. Not sure about like the number of points.
Oh, that's another first for Dennis.
Yeah, if that hit Ura, it wouldn't be well a first for Dennis, but thankfully did not. Unfortunate for Ian though, but pretty good second.
I think that, yeah, I was about to say that's going to push him into second, his division.
Oh yeah, I was not seeing that, but yeah, second with 100 points, pretty good. And Dave still with a 12,000 win average. I guess just must have been Yakitori that game. But yeah, that will level out as the season goes on.
Yeah, of course, we're also only a few games in, but it's
Uh,
still fun to look over the stats.
yeah, unless he just doesn't win any more hands, just to have that high win average, which would be funny, but it also would end up being very bad for his points.
Chat's also pointing out someone's 90% participation.
Yeah, Ross with 90% participation. Oh
That's
yeah, that is
hardcore.
yeah, 78.7% call rate, 10.6% reachy rate. I'm not sure if I'm familiar with Ross. I might be, but there are a lot of reachy players.
With that amount of pushing, I'm actually surprised to see a deal in that's only at 21%.
Oh wait, I do know Ross. Ross is at DC.
Oh yeah, I hung out with him.
Yeah, I would like. Yeah, I
I
could
think
see
he's pretty fun to play with.
yeah, I could see even without like that 89%, there are like several people with 70% like participation rates, which is very high actually. But like I could just see like doing it for the bit, especially just calling, just to have like grind up that participation rate. I wouldn't be surprised if that was the case. I don't know if he really calls that much normally, but it's interesting to see. It's getting a lot of win rate with that 36% as well, but very low win average. But it's working for now in that promotion range.
Yeah, definitely.
Same numbers as last season. Oh, yeah, 89% from a whole last season. Yeah, getting 24 games with 89%. That is right from the chat. That's a lot. But yeah, that is the last game for that table today. Well, for that whole session. So we are about to end stream. Any last thoughts, Anya?
Just really fun to see the different varieties of play across the different divisions. Some really,
Yeah.
really interesting calls made, and also at the higher levels, some pretty exciting, intense games.
Yeah, you never know what is going to happen in a game of Mahjong.
You really don't. That's like the moral of this story. This stream didn't need an Aesop, but I think we just came up with one. Well, thank you
Yeah.
for stepping in and joining us and wrapping up the stream. Thank you so much to chat as well for chiming in and correcting us. Like, actually, seriously, I love being able to look down at my phone and see you guys pointing things out that we missed or got wrong. And thank you, Michael, for directing this broadcast.
Yeah, thanks, Michael. Is the cast team of all time here.
Well, night, everybody. Oh, yeah, and don't forget as well that you can also check out our social media. We have YouTube where you can catch these VODs at any point if you want to, review your plays or see other people play. If this wasn't enough for you, we have a website where you can learn more about us and sign up, and also a Twitter where there are various announcements so you can keep up to date with what's going on. So don't forget to check all of those out, and we will hopefully see you those places.